Over the course of my life, my style has gone absolutely all over the place. And I think when you're younger and you're insecure and you want to be liked and you want to fit in and you don't really know who you are yet, you can sort of be very impressionable to what you see around you. You maybe copy what you see in a magazine or on social media, or what your friends are doing, or how your family thinks you should dress, or what your peers are doing, or what your job says you should dress like. And that's all okay. It's all a learning curve. But as you get older, you start to learn who you are and express that more authentically in the world, or at least that's where I'm at today. And when you're looking at your closet, if you're starting to declutter, there can be many, many versions of yourself. And oftentimes when we're shopping, we see something like, oh, that looks pretty, or I saw that on Pinterest, and just sort of grab things without really thinking about if they're actually right for us. And then a lot of times they just end up sitting there. And then when it comes time to try to declutter, you're looking at all these things and you can ask, one, I don't know if I'm going to wear this, but two, what really is adding value to my personal style? And actually, what is my personal style? That can be a hard thing to know. And while it's a different thing for everyone, I'm certainly not going to say you should dress like me. There is a sort of like an energetic signature that everyone can find. And I found some key questions that can sort of help you to get there. I personally, even though I have the classic minimalist all black going on, I just like black. I do have sort of my weird own funky vibe that feels unique and authentic to me. And I came there through these series of questions and not necessarily copying someone off of Pinterest or on Instagram or some celebrity, because that's kind of nauseating to me. I want to find my own vibe. I was, they say your youngest self always knows your highest self. So throughout my teens and 20s, where I was sort of copying the mainstream and sort of looking to fit in and be liked when I was a little kid, I wore some weird shit and I always wanted to be different. I would wear my hair all funky. I wore my pajamas to school one time because I thought they looked cool, and just always like sort of weird outfits they just felt like me because I liked being different in a sort of way. And now I think I'm a little bit more back into alignment with that. So I have some questions for you today that you can ask yourself, because only you can really decide your personal style. I'm not going to tell you how to dress, and no one else should tell you how to dress. I want you to dress in a way that feels right and then is also sustainable with keeping a smaller wardrobe and sort of pared down shopping habits, so that if you do buy something, you know it really is going to represent your authentic style and not just turn into junk or sit in your closet unused forever. Okay, so here are the questions. I have a cheat sheet. Number one, is it flattering? Man, my hair is not cooperating today, sorry. Number one, is it flattering? A lot of times you'll buy something because it's trendy, or it's, what you're seeing on the magazines, or you saw some celebrity wearing it, or it's all over Instagram, or it just looks nice. Case in point for me, bell bottoms are back in trend now. They always come in waves. And I saw all these girls wearing them and I thought they looked really cute and really cool. And I went to a thrift store and found an awesome pair. They were like maybe $10, and I tried them on and I ended up purchasing them because I'm like, yeah, bell bottoms, but I just found they don't look good on me. And they were the right size and the right length, and they were a good pair of jeans, but they're just not my style. And they just don't, with my body shape, they just didn't look good. And we're all built so differently. So buying something that's on trend can be totally irrelevant with your body type. So one thing to look at is, rather than just, oh, I want this because it's this, really try it on and really see, does this show off my best self? Because we're all built differently. It's like a field of flowers. We all have beautiful shapes to offer the world, but not everything is going to flatter every single body shape, and that's okay. So just really look at, does this show off my best features on my body? Number two, is it comfortable? I used to wear the most ridiculous high heels that actually gave me nerve damage in my toes. There's still parts of my toes that I can't feel because I was stubborn about wearing these really cool looking stiletto high heels, and then just other crappy materials that were either itchy or uncomfortable, or it was a bad cut of just whatever, or too tight, or just poorly made, bad fabric, whatever. but I would be stubborn because I'm like, oh, I like the way it looks. And when you're younger, maybe that doesn't matter as much. But for me now, like, I care about comfort, especially with my feet. That's why I wear Blundstone boots most of the time. But even I have one pair of high heels now, and they actually were just the way they were made, they fit my feet super well. The straps hold my foot in nicely. I don't get any pain on the ball of my feet or my toes or my heel. And I've danced for hours in them at a wedding and experienced no pain. So they're a golden pair of high heels. That is why they stay. But with, you know, with fabrics, with pants, anything that goes on my body, if it's not comfortable, I'm not going to want to wear it. And to suffer for the sake of fashion is silly to me. Like I want to be able to, you know, enjoy my clothes while they're on my body, but not think about them also. If I'm like constantly shifting or adjusting, or it's a strap falling off, like, I don't want it. It's not going to be fun to wear. So if it's not comfortable from the get-go, I'm not going to wear it. Number 3, is it functional? A lot of us, and this was definitely me in the past, have specialty items in our closet. They're items that you maybe wear once a year, or it's like this really sparkly, ridiculous dress you bought for New Year's Eve and then you never wore again. Or it's a pair of pants that's just like lacy and ornate and they look beautiful, but you're scared to death to wear them because they're white and you think you're going to get ketchup on them, or the material is going to snag on anything. So you're like, they just sit and look pretty, but you never actually want to wear them. Or it's a skirt that is long and beautiful and it looks nice, but when you wear it, it trails in the mud and always gets dirty. I don't want any of that. I want it to be able to just be worn without any fuss on that. So is it functional? Look at that. Similar along those lines, but a little different. Is it multi-purposeful? Again, I don't do specialty items. I don't have things that I can only wear for one thing. Even for, you know, someone just asked me in the comments about weddings. Well, I've actually been to like 8 weddings in the past couple of years. There's been a lot. I have 2 dresses, and one is this like really beautiful orchid color. It's floor length and backless and kind of summery daytime vibes. And then the other one is a one-shouldered kind of knee-length cocktail style black dress. Both of them I can put my one pair of heels with, and they're perfectly suitable for a wedding, but then I can also wear sandals or boots, and they get dressed down into sort of like a boho comfort vibe. So my wedding special dresses are actually dresses I can wear throughout the entire year. And same thing with my whole wardrobe in general. Everything is mixed and matched. So almost every single top goes with every single bottom. So I don't have this one cute top that I can only wear with this one pair of pants, and then it's in the rotation of my wardrobe like once a month or once every other month. Every top goes with every bottom. So depending on what I'm feeling or what I'm in the mood for, it, you know, mixes and matches. And so it has multi-purposes. It gets a lot of use out of it. So that way I can keep my wardrobe a lot smaller in general. Also, with things I get creative with, this top, this is actually a legitimate bathrobe. I got this from Victoria's Secret like almost 20 years ago, and it was meant to be a bathrobe. I think I used it for a bathrobe for like a year, and then I was like, you know what? Clothes are clothes and it's mine and I can do whatever I want with it. So then I started wearing it as like an outer layer with like a shirt underneath and it like a light jackety wrap type things, you know, to go on a date or just be wearing during the day. And then one day I tried it up like this. I was like, hey, it works as a shirt too. I like it as a shirt. So it does 3 things essentially. And I love that. You get a lot more bang for your buck out of fewer items in your wardrobe. Next, is it easy to care for? Dry clean only? Get out of here. I'm not into it. I used to have things that were dry clean only. The one thing I do have is I have a long faux fur coat. Yes, it's faux. Real fur, no, thank you. That one I dry clean it like once a year after the winter season to sort of just like freshen it up. But that's, you know, one thing once a year. But everything else in my wardrobe, I have no interest in dry cleaning or like special care. I don't even separate, you know, most of my wardrobe is darker colors, but I do have some lighter ones, but I just do 1 load of laundry on cold. Cold's better for the environment anyway, and nothing bleeds or runs. Everything's easy to care for. Even my 2 dresses, they're machine washable and they do fine. I don't want things that take extra special care to wash or take care of, because you end up not washing it, or excuse me, not wearing it, because it's so annoying to deal with it after you've worn it. So then it ends up being something that just sits in your closet. And I'm not a big, like, I don't want to spend time doing loads and loads and loads of laundry or special things or spending money on dry cleaning. I just want it to be easy, because then I know I can wear it without stress. Number 6, do I feel beautiful or sexy or powerful, or insert your keyword here in it? A lot of times, when I was younger especially, and wanting to be liked, or wanting to, you know, everyone wants to feel, you know, sexy, or like eyes are on them at a party. That's a normal human thing, and that's fine, and that's okay. But I had a phase when I was living in Las Vegas and then Hollywood where I would wear very, like, for lack of a better word, kind of slutty clothes. But it's okay. It was a phase of my life, and I don't believe in regrets, but I would wear super high heels and a really short dress and like sparkles and gobs of makeup and hot rollers and teased hair and, you know, the fancy handbag. And to me, that was my initial idea of like what it means to be sexy. But then as I've gotten older, I've realized that sexiness, or, you know, you don't have to use that word if you want to feel beautiful or just glowing or radiant. You know, pick a word that resonates with you. Any of those words, that all comes from within. That is your own embodiment of your own power and your own energy. And we all have a unique energetic signature to bring to the world. And, you know, I have my own kind of vibration as a woman, but maybe, you know, there's a whole, you know, and men too, like there's a whole spectrum out there of energy. You know, we're all different. And so clothing is a great way to kind of put that on the outside. And, you know, maybe you're a more soft and gentle and sweet and serene person, or, you know, whatever. The possibilities are endless. But my point is, it's not the clothing that gives that energy. The clothing's an extension of it. That energy comes from within. And, you know, there's lots of, I can do another video on this, work you can do to sort of hone in on embodying your own energy. And, you know, self-love, it's such a cliche, but we're not taught how to do that in school. And, you know, a lot of us have a lot of wounds to get over to be able to get to a place where you really feel confident in your own power and take that out into the world. But when you do sort of own that, it almost doesn't matter what you're wearing, or when you put on, you know, I love this dress or whatever. Like for me, I feel sexy in just a basic leggings and a crop top, and that just sort of brings, I feel my most authentic. And, you know, that's the thing, when you feel your most in alignment with your most authentic self, like that will be magnetic, and people will, you know, be like, oh wow, look at that person over there. Not that you should be living for other people's approval, but again, we're all human. We all want to feel accepted by the tribe. And, you know, I'm not saying you should be sexy for someone else. Like, be sexy for yourself. Like, it feels good to walk down the street, you know, be like in your body and like, yeah, damn, I feel good about myself today and I feel confident in who I am. Am I perfect? No, but there's no such thing as perfect. And it's not by someone else's metrics. Like, I feel good today because I think I did my makeup to look like Kim Kardashian. Like, no, don't look like Kim Kardashian, look like yourself. You know, she's a beautiful lady, sure, no hate on that, but don't try to be someone else through clothing or someone else's energy. Like, be your most authentic self, and that will radiate out and be magnetic. And then your clothing will just sort of be an extension of that. So if you put it on and feel like, damn, I'm good, even if it's sweatpants and like gym shoes, but you feel like yourself, like, yeah, rock that. Kind of a story of a fail on that is I had a period of like maybe a couple years ago where I got really into flowered dresses. I'm obsessed with like the frontier times, and I just think that like old-fashioned, like long flowered sort of just like period piece dresses almost, I think they look super beautiful. And I got it in my head that I, you know, wanted to like embrace the deeper part of my femininity. Not saying you have to wear a dress to be feminine, but I got this pull to where like, yeah, I should wear these dresses. And I, you know, acquired a small collection of some flowery dresses and found I just never wanted to wear them. And I didn't, you know, I would put them on and it was a beautiful piece and it fit right. and people would compliment, oh, that's a beautiful dress, but I didn't feel like myself in it. It felt like I was just wearing a costume, and I found I would like force myself to wear the dress or almost dread wearing the dress. And then I got to a certain point where I'm like, why the hell am I forcing myself to wear these dresses? Like, I don't want to wear them. They're uncomfortable. I don't feel like myself. I'm forcing an aesthetic based on an ideal. And I think we can sometimes do that when we're so hyper influenced by each other. So eventually I sold them all at like a secondhand shop, and I don't wear long flowery dresses anymore because I understand a little bit more about my own authenticity. Next. Is it something I just want to put on? This is kind of what really clicked for me as I got my wardrobe down super tiny and was going through each piece and decluttering. You know, in my younger years, I would have all these things in my closet, and I found I just grabbed the same thing every time. And then especially, it really clicked for me when I was living in LA and I was working 2 jobs and commuting 2 hours a day and working 6 days a week. So I had no free time. I wasn't socializing very much anymore. And just my one day off, I literally had my day off uniform. And what did I want to put on? Leggings and a crop top. I just, for whatever reason, you know, some people don't like tight clothing. That's cool. For me, tighter stuff, if it's, you know, stretchy material, actually is very comfortable for me because I don't tend to feel it on my body, if that makes sense, versus like a bunch of bulky material. But it's just what I gravitated towards. And that's all I ever wanted to wear. But I would have things like jeans and blouses and sweaters and, you know, nice pants, like things you're supposed to have as an adult or whatever. But I just never wanted to wear that stuff. And I finally got to the point, I'm like, why am I going to force myself to wear these other pieces when I just want to wear this one thing? And so that's how my uniform developed of, I'm a leggings and a crop top girl. I have several leggings. I have several crop tops. They all mix and match. That's my vibe. I have a couple things like this that are really also very comfortable to put on and I gravitate towards. But there's nothing in my wardrobe that is like just sitting there that it's a piece like, oh, I just don't want to wear that. Everything is like something I'm happy to put on my body and would gravitate towards to either lounge in or be comfortable in or go on a date on or go on a hike in. It's all something that just is what I tend to reach for. So you can do that when you're going through your wardrobe. If there's pieces that are sitting there that are like, you just don't want to wear it, but you think you should because it looks nice or was expensive or it's on trend, let it go, let it go. You shouldn't have to force yourself to put certain things on your body. So that's a good question you can ask yourself as well. And number 9, this is kind of similar to what I said earlier, but does it match my current authentic qualities? So an exercise you can do for yourself is to kind of post out some key words of like, what represents you as an individual. We all have something unique and awesome to bring to the table, but if you find, you know, a couple key words that you think really define who you are as an individual in a positive way that resonates, you can sort of construct your wardrobe around it. And if, you know, you put on this piece and it doesn't feel like that sort of keynote word, then it's probably something you can let go. Or if you're shopping and you put it on and you're like, this doesn't really fit my personal energy, like my unique vibration in the world, then it's probably, even though it could be a trendy piece or really beautiful, really well made, or from a great store, if it doesn't exactly match up to who you authentically are, it's probably not something you need in life. So for example, my 3 words that I would say that kind of sum up my wardrobe style and / on a deeper level who I am authentically, I would say they are artist, warrior, and stoic. So my whole wardrobe is kind of a combination and blend of those energies. And basically what it boils down to is I want something I could like strut down the catwalk in, but then turn around and go fight zombies in. So that's basically what my wardrobe is, but yours should look totally different. Just let me know if any of this helped. When you're constructing your wardrobe, ask yourself these questions, or you're decluttering. See if this can help kind of pare things down more into an alignment to an accurate representation of what you want to put on your body and who you want to be in the world. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments if this helped at all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.